428 tech workers got laid off in 2 years. But here is what shocked everyone. 24% of them didn't scramble for new jobs. They did something that is rewriting the entire playbook for tech careers. What if I told you that the biggest tech disruption isn't AI replacing jobs? It's tech workers voluntarily walking away from six-figure salaries to build something entirely different. I'm Baykes, and as someone who has transitioned from DevOps engineer to a life coach and conscious business mentor, I've witnessed this transformation firsthand. Today, I'm breaking down the three industries that are quietly absorbing the best tech talent and why this shift represents the biggest opportunity for software engineers and developers who know they are meant for more than just writing code. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly where the smart money is moving, and I will show you how to position yourself for this transition, whether you are currently employed or recently displaced. Let's dive in with immediate effect. Let's start with the numbers that nobody saw coming. According to recent PC Mark surveys, when 100 tech workers get laid off, 24 of them start their own businesses instead of job hunting. That's nearly 1 in 4 people who see termination as liberation, not devastation. Think about this for a moment. Yesterday, you were employee number 47,892 at a company with 180,000 people. Your biggest decision was choosing between techie or ham in the cafeteria. Today, every choice is yours. The product roadmap, company culture, work schedule, everything flows from your vision. Let's talk about the golden handcuffs problem. What does the golden handcuffs mean? It refers to a situation where you will feel tied to a job that you may not be passionate about or even dislike, primarily because of the attractive financial compensation and benefits. During my transition, those golden handcuffs were tighter than I realized. There was so much at stake and so much to lose. New twin babies, starting a full-time business with no guardrails, and many more. When you are earning $160,000 plus stock options, walking away feels impossible. Your mortgage, your lifestyle, your identity, everything locks you into place. For some people, the layoff breaks those chains. For me, it was a combination of declining a bigger role and subsequently being laid off, which was like a time bomb. But here's the psychological shift that changed everything for me. I stopped asking, who will hire me? And started asking, what problem can I solve? What do I really want my life to be? Is this a wake-up call to jump with both feet into business? If you have been laid off, what is coming up for you now? Please share your thoughts in the comment section below. Marcus Rodriguez, a former Google engineer, spent 15 years building other people's dreams. 6 months after his layoff, he launched a productivity app that now generates more revenue than his previous salary. The PC Mark data shows that this isn't unusual. Founders who start businesses are making $13,000 more on average than their previous employee salaries. Lisa Park left Twitter and created a platform connecting working mothers with flexible childcare. Her insight came from her own struggles, something she never had the time to address while climbing the corporate ladder. If you're already feeling that entrepreneurial spark, stick around. I am breaking down the exact framework these successful founders used. Make sure to grab my free Conscious Developers Transition Blueprint in the description below. It includes the 15-question assessment that helped Kwame identify his winning idea. Let me give you one last example of a tech pro who turned a layoff into something profound. James Liu had been building automation tools for small restaurants, earning $500 monthly. After losing his engineering job at Uber, he focused completely on restaurants. 8 months later, he rakes in about $12,000 monthly revenue. This pattern repeats itself everywhere. The side projects that developers tinker with for years suddenly become viable full-time pursuits when corporate safety nets disappear. These entrepreneurs represent just one piece of a larger puzzle. The majority of displaced tech workers made choices that surprised everyone. You might be saying, but Eric, I am employed and comfortable, so what's the big deal here? The key point is that watching these success stories unfold changes your perspective. You start questioning, what if the biggest risk isn't leaving my job, but staying in it? I get it. Some of us just want to be an employee, and there's nothing wrong with that. But if you've watched up to this point, then I am sure you've been thinking about something bigger than just your 9-to-5 coding job. My next focus is on the great industry migration, the assumption that broke. Everyone assumed laid-off tech workers would find another tech job and continue on the same path. LinkedIn research reveals a completely different story. 63.5% of tech job switchers moved to entirely different industries. This massive migration shattered traditional career thinking. Years of mastering coding languages and complex systems didn't lock people into tech careers. It opened doors everywhere. So let's dissect the industry destination these tech professionals ended up in. Industry destination number one, financial services. This accounts for 25% of switches. Banks and fintech companies became massive magnets for tech talent. They recognized something crucial. They needed people who understood both technology and business problems. A former PayPal engineer easily transitions into building payment systems for traditional banks. The skills transfer seamlessly, but the environment offers something different from high-pressure tech called industry destination number two, manufacturing and renewable energy. This accounts for 30% of switches. This surprised everyone, including me. Former software developers now design smart manufacturing systems that predict equipment failures. Others build software to manage wind farms and solar installations. This industry desperately needed digital innovation. Tech workers brought fresh perspectives to century-old processes. Industry destination number three, healthcare and education, 20% of switches. The remaining tech professionals found opportunities in healthcare technology and educational platforms. Hospitals needed developers who could build patient management systems while understanding HIPAA compliance. Educational institutions sought engineers who could create learning platforms that actually engage students. Former tech workers brought user experience thinking to industries that had historically prioritized function over form. User experience designer from Meta now helps medical device companies create interfaces that doctors can use intuitively during emergencies. Now let's talk about the salary reality check. Here is the hard truth. Tech workers average $87,000 annually, while the national average sits at $54,000. Leaving tech often means accepting a lower salary initially, but people started weighing factors they ignored for years. Work-life balance suddenly mattered more than stock options. Meaningful work began to outweigh prestige. Now you are thinking, how do I make this transition without destroying my financial security? That's exactly what I cover in my free blueprint. It includes financial planning templates for each transition path, so you can make this move strategically, not desperately. The link is in the description below. Make sure to download it. Another vital element to talk about in the industry migration is the skills transition. And here are some examples I have for you. Database administrators discovered their knowledge applied perfectly to inventory management systems for retailers. User experience designers found their skills highly valued in healthcare, designing patient interfaces that actually make sense. DevOps engineers have become essential in manufacturing, bridging the gap between operational technology and information technology. We are now shifting into the hybrid role revolution. These positions didn't exist 5 years ago. Companies began creating roles specifically for individuals who could bridge the gap between technology and traditional business operations. This is creating a wave of hybrid professionals. Before we move on to one of the biggest topics in this video, let's touch on the last part of the industry migration, the transformation impact on industry. This migration transformed entire industries by injecting them with tech-savvy talent. Traditional companies struggling with digital transformation suddenly have internal advocates who speak both languages fluently. Manufacturing companies relying on decades-old processes now have employees who automate repetitive tasks and predict maintenance needs. Now, let's discuss the elephant in the room. Artificial intelligence emerged as the unexpected solution to the very problem it helped create. How companies are cutting traditional tech roles. Job postings for generative AI surged 6,000% in Q1 2024 alone. The technology that threatened to replace human workers became the foundation for an entirely new job market. When AI makes certain tasks cheaper and faster, human workers don't become obsolete, they become more valuable. As machines handle routine work, people focus on creative problem solving, strategic thinking, and complex decision making. The accountant doesn't disappear when AI processes invoices. They spend more time on financial strategy and business analysis. Software engineers and developers sit in the ideal position to capitalize on this shift. You already have a solid understanding of programming, data analysis, and software development. These skills translate directly into AI-related roles without requiring years of additional education. So, what's the new role explosion? The Future of Jobs report indicates that data specialists and AI specialists are the fastest growing roles with a projected 26% growth through 2031. Software engineers learn prompt engineering in weeks, not years. Data analysts transition to machine learning operations by building on existing knowledge. DevOps engineers become AI operations specialists. Another important aspect of this revolution is the cross-industry AI consulting. Former tech employees become AI consultants across industries that never hired tech workers before. Healthcare systems need specialists who implement AI diagnostic tools while ensuring patient privacy. Manufacturing companies seek individuals who understand both factory operations and machine learning algorithms. Real estate firms hire AI trainers to help agents use predictive analytics. Now let's crunch the job numbers. Economic Forum projects that 75 million jobs will be lost, but 133 million new roles will be created by 2028. That's a net gain of 58 million opportunities. This is a win, guys. The disruption isn't destroying the job market. It is reshaping it completely. Always focus on the positives whenever adversity arises. The big winners in every economy are the problem solvers. So I encourage you to think along those lines. Understanding both technology and human needs puts tech workers in a sweet spot for the future economy. You can bridge the gap between what AI can do and what people actually need. Before I show you how to bridge your spiritual awakening with your technical skills, let me know in the comment section below. Which of these three parts resonates most with you? Entrepreneurship, industry migration, or AI specialization? Your answer will help me to create more content that serves you. And if you haven't grabbed the Conscious Developers Blueprint yet, now is the perfect time. It includes a detailed comparison matrix for all the three parts. Let's move on to something a lot of people don't consider when making a major shift or when there's a big wake-up call in their lives. One intriguing thing that surprised me, but which I didn't see in the data capture, is the spiritual awakening that occurs alongside these career transitions. As someone who made this journey from DevOps engineer to a life coach and conscious business mentor, there is something deeper at work. Tech workers are waking up to a fundamental question. What if my analytical mind and my spiritual awakening aren't opposites, but a perfect combination for creating a meaningful impact? Your engineering background isn't a barrier to spiritual growth. It's your secret weapon. You approach problems systematically. You test hypotheses. You iterate based on data. These same skills apply to building a conscious-based business. Your technical background provides the discipline to build sustainable and impactful ventures. It is a fact that most entrepreneurship programs feel too raw for analytical minds. They lack the structured, logic approach you need. But when you bridge spiritual awakening with systematic business building, you create something powerful. You have a unique advantage. The world needs conscious leaders who can also build scalable systems. Consider environmental solutions, educational technology, and wellness platforms. All these industries require individuals who understand both human consciousness and technical implementation. So the question is, what are you waiting for? If this resonates and you are feeling that pull towards something more meaningful, I want to offer you a gifted 1-hour clarity session, no strings attached, no pressure attached. We will work together in a live coaching session to identify your specific transition path and create a 90-day action plan tailored to your needs. Details are provided in the description below, but spots are limited to only 5 people per month as I personally conduct each session. So these are your next strategic steps. First action, do the reality check. Ask yourself deeper questions. Think about what truly matters. This transformation runs deeper than individual career moves. What looked like a career disaster became a catalyst for unprecedented innovation and personal growth. Nearly 2/3 of tech layoffs led to fresh ventures or career pivot. This is huge. AI is also creating twice as many roles as it displaces. The question isn't whether this change will happen to you, but how you will respond when it does. Based on everything we've covered, you have 3 strategic paths you can take. The entrepreneur path, start your own venture in an industry you are passionate about. The migration path, apply your tech skills in traditional industries hungry for digital transformation. The AI specialist path, become the bridge between artificial intelligence and human needs. Your second action step, identify one industry pain point you genuinely care about. Also ask yourself, what is the one idea my most profound intuition has nudged me towards when my creative bulb lights up? Will this create something meaningful for the world? Post a no-code prototype to validate demand. The Conscious Developers Blueprint includes 5 no-code tools you can use to test your idea in 48 hours. So start exploring your entrepreneurial potential today. Your third action step is to implement your idea. Just do it. As I always tell my friends, delays are dangerous. Now you understand where the opportunities are. You see the 3 paths forward. Pick one and voila, you are good to go. Sounds so easy, right? But here is where most people get stuck when the rubber touches the road. There is a gap between knowing and doing. If you are feeling that familiar paralysis, knowing you are meant for more than just writing code, wanting to build something meaningful, but stuck in overthinking mode, you are not alone. This is why I've created something specifically for analytical minds like yours. It's called the Conscious Developers Transition Blueprint, a step-by-step implementation guide that bridges your technical background with practical business success. This isn't another fluffy mindset course. It's a systematic approach that respects your need for logical frameworks while honoring your spiritual awakening. Click the link in the description below to download your free blueprint. And if you want to dive deeper, I'm offering a complimentary 1-hour clarity session to help you identify your specific transition path. If you are serious about making this transition, don't wait. While everyone else is overthinking, you will be validating. This is how I will conclude this video. The tech industry has equipped you with skills that the world desperately needs. The question is, will you use them to build someone else's dream, or will you finally build your own? Thanks for sticking around. If you found value in this video, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so, and share it with your network. Thank you. Namaste.